Good morning. This past weekend, we celebrated my youngest granddaughter's third birthday. We hosted the birthday party here in our backyard, and we knew we were going to have over 20 people here. So we knew we needed to organize things to ensure there were things for adults to do and kids to do and people to enjoy themselves. So behind me over here, we set up a croquet area. Over to my right, we set up a bounce house for the kids and a little water slide. We had water guns for the bigger kids. Just over the rise over here, we had chalk on the asphalt, an area for them to ride tricycles. And then where I'm sitting, we had all of the food and places for the adults to mingle. We had beautiful weather and it was a wonderful day. We had a great party while we were here. But we saw the forecast over the weekend. We were supposed to start getting rain and wind, and so we took down all of the games. We deflated the water slide and the bounce house. We got rid of the chalk, and sure enough, the storms hit yesterday. And if you can see over my back, there's leaves all over the yard, and it really doesn't look anything like it did 2 days ago. And I was thinking about how much our backyards are like our lives. Now, to be sure, we organize space in our backyards, but in our lives, we organize time. And so oftentimes we make a decision that we're going to be very purposeful and we're going to organize that time well, and we make a space for our career and for our family and hopefully for our spiritual development and for our hobbies, etc., etc. But invariably the winds blow and the rains come and all of those plans get somehow washed away. Paul talks about that a little bit in his book to the Ephesians in chapter 5. And he says to the Ephesian church, "Be careful then how you live, not as the unwise, but as the wise, making the most of every opportunity." Now, if you have an older version, a New King James Version, it might be translated, not make the most of every opportunity, but redeem the time. Paul knew that we have all the best intentions. We try to set up our lives the way that we should, and yet things happen, and we allow ourselves to fall into disarray. And so we need to constantly be thinking, how can I redeem the time better? How do I make a space for my career, for my family? But most importantly, where and how am I making a space for serving God and serving my fellow man? Redeem the time. Make the most of every opportunity. This week, as you consider your calendar, as you consider your schedule, is it time to reorder just a little bit? As for me, I've got some leaves to clean up out here in the yard. Have a great week.